In the following scenarios, we will be depicting gender stereotyping. Gender stereotyping is where someone assumes roles of a person based on their gender. In the first video, see if you notice the gender stereotyping going on. In the second video, we will be showing how an OT should appropriately interact with a couple without gender stereotyping.
Hello, Mrs. Smith and Mr. Smith, correct? Okay, my name is Grace Rankin. I'm an occupational therapist, and I understand you have a little boy coming to kindergarten next year. Awesome. So the point of this meeting is for me to get to know a little bit more about your family and about your son Kyle, just so I can get to serve him best when he comes to school next year. Does that sound good? Okay, awesome. So Mrs. Smith, what is a typical day for Kyle at home? What does that look like with his schedule?
His schedule is kind of off right now. I feel like every day looks a little bit different from my end. I know you have kind of stuff that you do with him in the morning. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we get up in the morning, usually around the same time every day. Get up, I usually make breakfast, but Kyle is a wild child. He just kind of does his own thing, so we just kind of play our day by ear. We do try to do some kind of like structured learning time. That doesn't always work out for us. We do try to do outings, go to the park or the library, things like that. But and then we just wait for her to get home and have dinner and do the rest of our day.
Okay. So, and Mom, is there any struggles that he has at home with maybe like feeding, brushing his teeth, sitting still, anything like that that's like an issue?
Yeah, he tends to have meltdowns around feeding. He doesn't want to eat the things that you make or that we bring. He just really is picky. I think it's been explained to me that a lot of his problems are sensory related. I don't know if that's what you see a lot during the day, but that's kind of what was explained.
Yeah, during the day with him is usually pretty rough just because, like I said, he is kind of wild, kind of all over the place, doesn't sit still. It's hard to keep him on a task for a long period of time, but we do have trouble with eating.
Okay, gotcha. And is there anything else you want me to know or anything you want me to work on?
I think just following instructions. He just has a hard time listening and paying attention. At least with me, sometimes he is a little bit more responsive to his dad, but
I think because I'm home with him all the time, he responds a little better. She's away more, so it's a little harder. But we definitely do have a hard time with routine.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for your time. Well, I look forward to working with Kyle next year.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, interesting.
I know, she didn't ask you any questions.
Yeah,
I know.
Definitely geared everything towards you.
I think she just assumed that I was probably home with him more.
Like, she didn't even ask.
Yeah, she really didn't.
Hello,
Hi.
Miss Smith and Mr. Smith. It's nice to meet you guys. My name is Grace Rankin. I'm an occupational therapist, and I understand you have a little boy who's coming to kindergarten next year.
Yeah,
That
we're
is-
super excited.
That's awesome. So I'm going to be working with him as his therapist, and the point of this meeting is for me to get to know more about your family, about Kyle's strengths and weaknesses and all of that kind of thing, just so I can serve him best when he comes to school next year. So tell me a little bit about your family and just your daily routines, just you guys together, who Kyle is with more during the day, what he does on a typical day.
So I actually work pretty often. I'm not home during the day very much.
And I stay home with Kyle all day. I work from home sometimes, but I'm pretty remote, so I don't have to be on my computer all the time. So I spend most of the time with him.
Okay, gotcha. So what does a typical day look like for Kyle and Dad?
Yeah, usually. So we get up in the morning, usually around the same time every day. We watch his TV while I make breakfast, and we kind of hang out. And Kyle's a little bit of a wild child, so we kind of just base our day off of that. If he's having a good day, we'll go to the library, maybe the park. If he's having more of a rough day, we kind of just stay at home and hang out.
Okay. And what does a rough day really look like?
Kyle's a little all over the place, so his emotions get to him a lot, so it's hard for him to stay still. He constant outburst, maybe he'll have meltdowns, things like that, and it's a little harder to maintain him, I guess, if we go out in public when he's like that. So usually that's when we stay home and kind of relax and do things around the house.
Okay. And is there anything else either of you just want me to know or want me to work on when he comes to school?
I think feeding was a big thing.
Okay.
He just kind of has tantrums. He doesn't really want to eat anything that's given to him. So I think that's a big place that is stressful for us.
Yeah, and I think he has a hard time staying on tasks too, so it's
Okay.
kind of hard to get him to sit down. So I think that'll be a problem when he
Okay,
gets to
great. Yeah,
school.
we can definitely work on that. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for this information. I look forward to working with Kyle, and it was very nice meeting both of you.
Yeah,
Awesome,
great to
thank
meet
you.
you.